Hi, it's me again. I'm coming back from our last conversation from last week, which was the introduction of personal and business finance talk. So today, the actually is the first day of the actual segment, and I'm gonna focus on personal finance, the foundation, and I'm gonna divide it into three part, and it's gonna be the three H, how to basically choose a bank, how many bank accounts you may need, and how to manage it. So the three H. So let's go at it right away. So when it comes to choosing a bank, as we all know, there's tons of banks, right? The different banks, and it can be very overwhelming. So my recommendation is search, go online and search for banks around your area. Make sure that the bank is not from far from your home, right? And then look at the reviews, copy of the reviews, and see which banks has a good reputation. And then make sure that you narrow it to three, and make sure that there's at least one or two credit union among the three. So this segment is going to be very beneficial for people that are newly going into finance, or they just got an employment, or they newly graduate, somebody who newly came to America, or somebody who already have an account but they just need some change. They need to change. They need to look for a new bank. So my recommendation is normally to start with the credit union. The credit unions, they don't require any minimal fee compared to other banks. They like Wells Fargo and others. You have to have a minimum of certain amount. If not, you get feed, right? So if you're someone who the income is very minimal, or you newly into the finance world and you still haven't figured out how to budget and how to save, find a bank that is not going to give you any pressure. You can have peace of mind, right? You don't have to be figuring it out. Oh, I need to put something in my account. So my recommendation, like BC is a good example. So it's a very popular bank. They're practically everywhere in Washington. There is no requirement to deposit, right? Or no fee. Basically, there's literally no fees. So many credit unions are like that. So that would be my recommendation to start. So basically, to choose a bank, just to narrow it down. The next part is how many bank accounts you need. Typically is normally two: the checking accounts and the saving accounts. If you are minor, your parents have to open an account, so basically it's one savings account. But if as if you're older than 18 and you're an adult, the recommendation is two. And to determine that, basically how many accounts you need is just your paycheck that is coming in, and then everybody needs some saving. You have to set goals on those. You probably have goals, whether you want to travel, or for basically something which is important. You want to set a goal because that will drive you to be more disciplined in terms of savings. Without a goal, it's very hard to save. Sometimes you'll tend to leave everything in the checking. So since this is the foundation, you want to start in the right foot, right? So which means adopt the right discipline. Make sure you have a savings account. Do the math on how many, what's your budget, your expenses. So let's say your rent, all your expenses comes to 5,000. Make sure you always have that amount in your checking. The rest, put in your savings. If and that's just a guide. Doesn't mean that your budget has to be really accurate. It's just a guide. If you see that basically you're gonna run out of the money in the checking, you can take a little bit of money from the savings, right? But this will help you to discipline yourself and to become a good saver for the future. Because technically, in the banking world, we recommend 3 months worth of your salary, which is an emergency fund, right? That has to be in your savings in case something happens. You get sick on accident and you can't work, you can't receive any income for 3 months. Then you can use that fund, right? But if you're newly into the newly employed or newly in America, or you don't have any income, enough income, just start with the two, right? And then train yourself, and he's gonna ingrate in you. You always be able to save. If there's another goal, you want to travel, you can always open another savings account. It's free. Open another savings account. You can name a nickname. You can change the nickname. Travel to Africa or anywhere, and then just set up a time, how much is going to cost you, the whole total, divide it into 12, or how long it's going to take you, and then that money can actually automatically come from your paycheck to that if you want to be more disciplined. So that's basically on how many accounts. Those are the just to give you an idea on if you want to how many accounts you need. And the last one is how to manage it. Like I literally spoke about it a little bit about on how many accounts you need. When you're managing the account, the same thing. Like I said, come up with a budget. Always start with even if you have like three expenses, do the math. Three expenses: rent, car payment, going out, average. Do the math. 5,000. If you make 7,000, 5,000 goes straight to your checking account. The rest, the balance, comes to your savings. Every month, get into that habit. It's going to be very beneficial, and in the future, if you get married or even if you have kids, you can actually teach them those habits, because they're good habits. I mean, who doesn't want to save? Every single person have to save. You can't survive. You can't. Yeah, it's not possible. There has to be a reason why you need to save. I have people coming to the bank every single time. I make all this money, but at the end of the month, I don't know where it's gone. Like, I have no clue. And when I break down their expenses, they can't believe it. They can't believe how much money they're spending on unnecessary things, right? So that's why it's very important to have the right foundation. So take time. If you're married or if you're single, it doesn't matter. Set a day during the week, a time, like it's gonna take you a couple of minutes. Take a pen and a pencil, break down your expenses, break it down, set up the total. Your salary goes here, and that will help you to actually remove unnecessary expenses. It's actually gonna help you. If you've been in finance for a while, financing a while, and you basically at the end of the month you don't know where's the money's gone, try that. And if you knew, started to write that with the right foundation. Okay, so the next segment, it's gonna be about business, right? That's my bread and butter. That's actually my specialty. So it's gonna be about businesses, how to set it up. We're gonna talk about finances when it comes to the business, the bank accounts, how to manage it and all that. So the next segment is gonna be about businesses and finance. Okay, thank you. Bye.